Hello everyone, happy Friday and welcome to the Bug Warrior. In today's video, I'm finally able to show all of you the Undercity Temple Barding, which is one of the 6 new cat bardings that you can get in Season 6. This one, I won't lie, it was very hard to get. I even came to believe that it was impossible to get, that it was a myth, you name it. This cat barding drops exclusively from the Undercity, but before getting it, I probably did 200 runs. I didn't count them, but it was a lot and no luck. And then one day, I was just helping a friend run the pit, and then I noticed that he had the cat barding. So I asked him how did he get it, and it was very interesting what he mentioned, and that's what I will be sharing with you in this video. Before we begin, remember that you can run the Undercity without tributes, but if you decide to use a tribute, the tribute will give you specific rewards based on the type of tribute. But aside from the rewards, what makes it challenging is that depending on the type of tribute, there will be time penalties. The hardest tributes are called Tributes of Ascendance, which have a starting time of 45 seconds and a time bonus penalty of minus 50%. After that, the next one in terms of difficulty are the Tributes of Radiance, which are somewhat easier to get. Those have a starting time of 60 seconds and a time bonus penalty of minus 35%. On both of these attributes, you have a Resolute version, which basically rewards only the player that used the tribute to open the Undercity, or another version called United. This last version, the United version, was the one I used as it rewards all participating players. Tributes of Radiance drop from the Whisper Cache or World Bosses, so be sure to farm for them. Okay, so let's get to it. So how did this happen? Basically, my friend told me to use the Tributes of Radiance and be sure to use the United one, the one that awards all players. He also told me that once I open the dungeon, to be sure that I offer the maximum amount of gold, which is 50 million. Yeah, I know, right? It's a lot. But hey, that's what my friend told me to do, and guess what? It worked. Once the Undercity opened, there are several things that you need to do that he said are very important. I don't know if this was random, coincidence, luck, or however you want to call it, but for me it worked. So the first one is obvious. You need to get the maximum attunement, which is 4 out of 4. The second one, he said, do not kill goblins, either you or your teammates. Apparently, if you kill goblins, the rewards get sort of like affected or something. So apparently there's a better opportunity to get the barding if you do not kill goblins. At least that's what he said. This one is very interesting because it's also tied to the time in which you clear the Undercity. And he said that it's very important that when you open the portal and you enter the portal to the boss, that you have at least 300 seconds remaining. Obviously, this can be hard to achieve if you're farming for goblins. But again, this worked for me, so it might work for you. And the last one is not random, and it has something to do in the algorithm or whatever triggers the chances of you getting the barding. As you know, in the Undercity, there is an event called the Grand Spirit Beacon, which is always at the second floor. And this is a very weird event in the sense that once you complete it, if you wait a few seconds, there is an extra elite that always spawns. He said to ignore that extra elite, and the moment you finish the event, just immediately run to the portal and get to floor number 3. Before trying my friend's method, I was always killing everything, including that extra elite. This time I ignored it, and it seemed to work. So anyhow, I followed all these crazy rules, and I was lucky as well that my team was able to follow, so to say, everything that I was trying to achieve in the previous points without telling them. And voila, here is the Undercity Temple Barding. So apparently now I am only missing one more that also drops at the Undercity, which is the Cuirassed Undercity Barding. I have zero information regarding that one, but that's my next barding to farm. Let me know what you think, if the barding is worth the farming. I think it's cool, except for how the helmet looks, since it doesn't show the cat's teeth, and for me that's one of the cool attributes of the cats. But other than that, it's very cool for sure. Plus, there are only 6 cat bardings that you can get, so I can't complain. I will leave you in the description the links on how to get the other cat bardings that I found so far. Let me know your comments, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.